This is so funky, man. This is funky. I'm ready, man. These songs are getting me in the mood for Counter-Strike. xertioN will be interesting. I think MOUZ clearly wanting to switch their picks after they were unable to win a single series over at Katowice. So they switch things up. They go for the xertioN. Let's see how that prep work has paid off for them. It is MOUZ starting on the T side. They've got some utility ready for the pistol. I think if you want to go for the mid fights, you need that P250 as well, which they have given to frozen. One smoke deployed over towards the A bomb site. Roman hears some pieces of utility funneling his way, and now the top mid smoke also coming through. Frozen's even found the first pick. Now MUTiRiS decides to tuck back, but Frozen's popping off right now. He's got a 3K on the round, wreaking havoc on mid and allowing this entry towards A.
Not sure what xertioN can hope to do here. Frozen finds the fourth one. Won't ace though. The Julies are here, but so is the flank. Flank is on the way. One's coming from the back. Dexter facing from the front. There's the 180 from Just. Still alive, still here. 35 HP. Needs to find two. Knows where they both are, but can't quite find that final connection on Dexter, who gets that final kill. MOUZ Sports take the pistol. Starting strong once again. Great effort from Frozen with the P250. You absolutely love to see it, especially me. P250 is goated.
Give it to Frozen as well. It's weird, Frozen is now, he's obviously not a veteran, but he's like the veteran figure on this team because he's been around for a while. I think he's still like 20 years old. But he has that air about him where you can just rely on him at any point. I feel like only in esports you could have a 20-year-old veteran. That's honestly how I'd describe him on this team. Oh. Well then, not wrong. What a sAw got with these pistoles. I got some MP9s as well. A rich man's pistol. A throwback. It had an SK sticker on it, maybe a fur signature. Couldn't quite read it.
I was muted on stream for the last minute, so sorry about that. Didn't miss much though, apart from asthma and short of breath stuff.
Here we go, MUTiRiS. Really able to hold. Dexter has just got a double. Oh, they're not finding anything here. Completely shut down on the sAw side.
The nickname Just feels like it's missing another word. It's almost almost like a Japanese organization with an English name.
Yeah.
You know, like there's an esports
well, I mean,
team.
A lot of the...
There's an esports team called Fascination Colors Destroy. You know? And it reminds me of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just what? Just.
The old school Tai Lu players, I feel like, just chose random English words. We had like summer. I remember slowly. There's like all sorts of names.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know how they chose them.
I like it though.
Yeah, man. You got character. xertioN's a cool name. Got an X in it, so it has to be cool.
It triggers all the all the English speakers though, because all the casters like, but xertioN is with an E on the end, so surely it's xertioN. He doesn't know it's xertioN.
Yeah.
At least it's not Zipex with a 9 in it.
Yeah, listen, yeah, we thought it was Zipnix for the longest time. But sometimes you still hear it, occasionally.
Don't get me started on Zywoo Ziwoo.
Oh, God. Too many debates. Can't we just all get along? No, there's no right answers. I mean, there are, but, you know.
There are, and they'll tell you it's the wrong one.
Here comes the buy round. Quite serene in this area of xertioN. You've got a little... I don't know if I can... I guess it's still a waterfall. It just doesn't fall very far. No longer can you throw that mid molly from spawn, so just the smoke for Donut instead, and a quick top mid smoke. Now that means the CTs, if they want to fight for this, have to fight ahead of the smokes, which is very difficult to do, as proven there. xertioN wastes no time getting into top mid. He's even gone through his own smoke there. So the resistance from sAw on that mid position, not really good enough at the start of this round. And now they just leave xertioN lurking.
Needs to learn that donut smoke. Super strong. Story could have a very expensive round if he presses forward with this AWP. Seeing not much of anything. I was going to say still 4 players up for sAw, but have a look at that position from Dexter. Hold on a second. This has turned around in a matter of seconds. xertioN with 2. Finally dropped, but his teammates are here. No smokes will soon be gone.
Oh, nice time to arrive for Story on the back of that smoke, but torzsi is out of there. He's sprinting over to that A bomb site. A long distance runner right now. Gets into position, gets that bomb down. Now sAw will start to respond, but no kit for them. Could be an issue. She's going to tuck back into Temple. sAw want to try and work together on this retake. Problem with that is that torzsi's still got a molly here. There's also a smoke available, and that incendiary. Did they hear the tick? I don't know. I think they're still looking around the bomb site. Starting to tap that bomb. torzsi coming around the side. MUTiRiS holding for it. Oh, missed shot torzsi. They're still on the bomb. He has to swing, and he's not going to. sAw able to steal away their first round.
10-second defuse as well. Very awkward. You can see how nervous he was for the trade fragger, just trying to take a shot as fast as possible and get out of there. Didn't go their way. Well then, sAw will be on the board, and credit to xertioN for this play on the bomb site. Really made things doable. By the time you went down, both CTs were here, dropped frozen, leaving the bomb carrier alone. Really important plays. But again, they can't rely on such an individual performance every round if they are to build something here. They'll need to take the game to their opponent. But once again, we see in the mid position those double smokes, which won't see a challenge from sAw this time. But I do wonder how they'll choose to try and take control of the match, as CTs often do. We saw it from Heroic in the first match, and sAw will need to do that in the second.
Oh, nice quick shot from Story. Good to see him starting to show up, but this A site is being run over right now. Jump across almost worked there, but JDC traded by the rifler. Story now missing a couple of shots, and he's been caught in the back. She's able to put that molly down, but xertioN is just so sharp right now. Another unexpected kill from a tough position. Standing in the flames as he wins the fight with a FAMAS. I don't know if Dexter can do much in this scenario.
A save here would be worthwhile, just for xertioN's money, or an AWP no less. We'll see if he's able to do that, as he's almost being hunted already by the likes of MUTiRiS. Indeed, hopping away is Dexter. So there could be another buy around the corner. But sAw starting to stabilize now. Their money is still really bad, actually. So they can't really... They literally can't afford to go on the hunt for him. They have to focus on stabilizing their own economy. Because, again, another test is coming from MOUZ. And if they're broken, this is going to be a bad half for sAw. They'll keep these 3 riflers up. But, again, there's no less up to the pressure just yet.
It's worth remembering that xertioN isn't quite as CT-sided nowadays, with the further back spawn on the CT side of things. The stats at Katowice were actually pretty even, only slightly favored to the CTs on this map. Sometimes that can just come down to a stomp one way or the other. But I wouldn't expect to see crazy rounds put up by the CTs anymore. And here is a timeout taken by MOUZ. I think they realize that if they win this round, it could do wonders for them in the economy game. As you were saying, sAw haven't exactly built up much of a bank. Pretty big round here for both teams. sAw really could do with winning this one. Otherwise, you get reset and feel like you're fighting from the back foot.
There's the swing we were looking for from sAw.
That's more like it.
Yeah, they have to fight for this area, and MOUZ was priming hard with an important kill from MUTiRiS. That 1-for-1 is favorable, and that's even better, just coming through the smoke to his demise. Frozen is here to keep the numbers high. That is a big problem. That's a big problem. Again, this is a nervous round for both squads in terms of economy in the rounds to come. Very bad situation. However, xertioN is still alive around this B bomb site. He needs to hope timing is in his favor if he is to have another multi-frag situation.
Frozen was just spamming back around the sort of B doors area through that smoke, but he got the timing right, realized they'd try and help the fight on mid. Now Roman will start to see utility funneled in his direction. There's a smoke down towards cave, so he doesn't have assistance, and he doesn't have a chance against that shot from JDC. Clean entry. xertioN maybe thought about going through the smoke, but will be so ambitious at this point. 2v4 retake doesn't seem likely. It's the first fight they needed, but JDC lands a solid shot on the trade, and that'll settle this round.
Yeah, you started to wonder there. The hype was building, but it was all too brief. Just has $0 before the loss bonus kicks in. So indeed, this is going to be an uphill struggle now. The AWP is the perfect weapon to save if you are going to save that one weapon, but how do they activate it? Surely it doesn't go towards mid. You know those smokes are coming. The personnel will be there in need, and I think it's a question of does he go towards A or does he go towards B, really?
Everyone's favorite game. Does he go towards A or does he go towards B? Get your predictions in chat. Not going to be easy to set him up in this round, though, as you were suggesting. If you chose B, congratulations.
You have won a prize. No, you've won a prize.
Oh, okay.
You've won some NFTs.
Oh, brilliant.
Have to buy them.
Hard off NFTs. Into Cubby, just goes. xertioN has been spotted out early in this one. Oh boy, he try and swing. She's there, the flash timing not quite right. This has not gone according to plan. Even just in the corner. Was hoping he could do something, but he gets snuffed out of his little cubby.
And that's AWP loss. Very unfortunate, but a rough situation for sAw. The important thing for the... Excuse man, my asthma's getting worse today. The important thing for the future is that sAw's money is together so they can buy together in the round to come. Need to try and find that success. But again, with the 2 rounds they've got on the board, let's not forget the individual performance from xertioN that we have seen with the multi-frags on the B bomb site. They'll need to turn things back more favorably for them in the next round. And again, we saw that they did fight for mids. It's just trying to trade the frags by pushing the smoke and MOUZ being ready for it. And like, maybe those are things you can get away with versus a lower level team, but MOUZ are not going to give you the space, the capacity to do that. But so that was an expensive lesson to learn. But if they can secure that mid position without taking too much risk, then maybe there are more rounds to be had here in the short term as they come onto the buy once again.
Yeah, you can just feel the pressure MOUZ constantly put on that position. You know, even when the utility is coming in, they're always making it difficult. They're always doing something to make sAw uncomfortable towards mid. Even in this round, a couple of smokes have gone down. You can see sAw, they haven't got clean mid control here. They've had to fall away from it. So maybe they'll show us what they can do playing a more passive approach. It's not easy, though, to play without that mid control. See, MUTiRiS just has a tight angle, playing for info. If they cross in towards Red Room, they've got a lot of options to be concerned about. It's a solid flash. xertioN still happy to fight, though. Bomb has been left behind. So should be a slower round.
Only one smoke from MOUZ here. They're definitely looking for frags, but they're not being given them by sAw. Then again, sAw, they've got no one towards B ramp, maybe banking on utility being thrown there. Story starting to move away from mid as we see another smoke in mid. That's the last smoke from MOUZ Sports. But then what is their approach going to be? It's down to MUTiRiS to keep an eye on T's crossing through mid from that donut position. And surely he hears that bomb running. You won't know it's the bomb, but he'll hear a player running towards long. Remon's got a very strong angle if he can deliver the kill. JDC says otherwise. That bomb's been seen though, 20 seconds on the clock. Now MUTiRiS is stuck in that donut position because he's got that slow rotation through mid coming in from MOUZ, and now he's going to go faster. As soon as he turns away, he will be dropped by xertioN from mid. That timing was spectacular for MOUZ, but bomb is planted and Story gets dropped immediately. The timing from MOUZ and the approach we saw from sAw there fell apart for them, sadly, on that A-bomb site. MUTiRiS holding mid down, but MOUZ seemingly figuring it out. That flank coming in the perfect time. Planting the bomb in the late numbers in round number 8. 6-2 for MOUZ.
Yeah, a little lurking from Frozen in that round. He was the player putting some utility over to B. sAw was still able to rotate back, though. It looked so good, but I think credit needs to go to JDC, just overperforming. Winning that first fight against Roman, he had no right of winning that. And won a couple of further fights that were impressive. The cherry on top. The Pistols here have not found anything. They are getting brutalized right now. Oh, torzsi looks for info. If I were him, I wouldn't fight with the AWP. But he's better than me, so it's up to him. Oh, okay. Lovely little CZ kill. I'm still convinced Hunter has single-handedly brought back the CZ. I'm seeing more people switch to it now. Hunter's a beast with that weapon.
It's really useful for like the T side charging through connector on overpass or something like that, where it's basically like a mini Mac 10. As long as you're close enough, you could just keep strafing and just spray a load into someone's chest. Interesting choice of words. 7-2 for MOUZ's sAw needs to find a way. I give up. You talk. I give up, Hawker.
I mean, you're not a CZ user, are you?
I am.
You're not. Oh, you are. Okay.
On the T
so
side. No, I'm always ahead of the meta, bruv. I was using the AUG for ages. I was using the Krieg for ages. CZ, I like on the T side, but also when you can't aim with pistols, like you don't have the patience to just aim properly and you spam it, the CZ is a bit idiot-proof versus the Tech 9. So I use the 5.7 on the CT side because I feel like the Desert Eagle, I don't have the talent anymore.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I can't spam to the chest and kill in 3 now, so or in 2 rather. So yeah, 5.7 out, but CZ for the T side all day.
Yeah, that's literally how I used to use the Deeg. It's like, I'm not hitting headshots with it. I'm just spamming the body. So 5.7 works for me. There's some mid-control, but it's at the cost of one of the players. And some utility towards MUTiRiS means he has to come back. You can see the difficulty there on mid. You can't really have any cover once you try and establish that control. The only one position you can get mollied out of towards that cubby side. Oh, Frozen just heard. Oh, he went anti-flash, I think. Either way, he looked away, and UJUX makes him pay for it. That's a nice off angle, but it's not going to net a kill outright. xertioN gets away with his life. Now Story has to be a little careful of 2 separate angles, but he's isolated that first fight and given his team the man advantage for a potential retake.
This is a very nervous situation. In some ways, sAw are in good shape. In other ways, they're pretty far away. They're at the arse end of these choke points. And it's proving somewhat difficult. Just has the flashbang, but he doesn't have an angle to throw one right now. Even if he did it an M4 and an AWP to push, the trades will continue. xertioN trying to buy time. That is such a big headshot from the lad. So fast. Oh, the grenade lands at the feet of Story and almost cuts his Story short. 7 HP having to fall away as MOUZ Sports make it to an 8th round on the board. And again, the money is lacking for sAw to be polite about it.
Sometimes you got to know when to cut your losses. But it is another round lost, and as you said, not a great position for sAw. I think for MOUZ, you're seeing some of the players we're excited about really shine here. Frozen and xertioN, probably the two stars for this team. xertioN has been forced back. I don't think he was expecting that push through the smoke. Certainly at the top level, you don't take that risk too often. Still able to get away, just about. This is a tough thing. You put so much emphasis on mid like that early, and then you can't really stick around. You don't have the weaponry, but you've got the AWP of Story. They try and go in his direction, and now this gets scary for MOUZ here. sAw coming through with some kills, and they want to push and get those guns.
Oh, the xertioN just standing there with the bomb. He can't take another duel. Okay, it's frozen. Everybody calm down. That would have been so outrageous with low health, 15 HP. And the bomb just chilling. Got to believe in yourself to make plays like that. Maybe you'd expect MOUZ to head towards A after showing the bomb on B, but they're still standing here. And Story is still here also. So these peaks could be quite expensive for MOUZ as that clock continues to tick. JDC creeping in the side as the rest of MOUZ are posturing to head up towards the ramp. Now, how does he clear these angles? Not the most ideal situation for him. Pulling just away now with the AWP. There it goes, and that is the threat neutralized.
Should be chilling at this point. Ooh, Roman's actually behind. How have they overlooked this? Oh man, xertioN was low on health. For a second, I was concerned. But whenever it looks like MOUZ might be in trouble, they find their way out of it. That's a little cheeky angle. Hard one to clear with the AWP. That was a great shot from Frozen. And from here, MOUZ just find their way in. Smooth moves from JDC. Apparently JDC is also someone who brings a nice calming presence to the team. Something that MOUZ have said, even though he's a rookie. It's MUTiRiS out on mid early. This time they win those early fights. That's what sAw have been waiting for. Been waiting a while.
Not too late though. If they can capitalize on this opportunity, and I would imagine that they must be able to do that. This MOUZ Sports team is very dangerous though. That said, it was sAw who were trying to claw back the unlikely rounds in situations such as this on the first map, to no avail, as we saw. Can MOUZ do the same on this T round? Oh!
Like he rang the doorbell and just got punched in the face.
Yeah.
Hello.
I didn't know that knocking on a door and running away is illegal in the UK until this week.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Down Ginger.
It is, yeah.
Classic.
I'm pretty sure I never did that, ever. At all.
Ah, yeah, same.
Never broken a law, me. torzsi there will have to try to walk away, however, he will be denied. Face down in the water. Well then, sAw have managed to get another round on the board, but there's so much money for MOUZ. xertioN had $15,000 at the beginning of this round, so it's not going to be easy to get any more. It's going to be hard all the way. Very tough frags as well from MUTiRiS. He really delivered in that mid position. I have to stop saying another round on the board. I say like every round.
The round on the board, James.
Yep.
It's not wrong. It's not wrong.
Yeah.
Ooh, torzsi just swinging with the AWP by himself through the flames. A lot of factors against him, but he's able to get an even trade from it. Oh, and here comes some aggression from sAw. Starting to take a few more liberties, but they could be about to run into this setup. JDC was the man with the bomb there. So they've spotted the bomb carrier. I don't know if that's going to really slow MOUZ down here, though. They look pretty set on this B-bomb site right now. Oh, so close. That damage onto Dexter could have been the transfer. MUTiRiS really showing that he is a player with potential. Fortunately, not meant to be, and Dexter even turns around with the AWP now that he's low on health. What can Roman do? Good timing on the first fight. Smoke arrives, but JDC peeks before it. And now this clutch is doable. Dexter looking for the reposition. That was so close. Dexter's in a pretty strong spot now. Roman's wise to the possibility of some sort of flank. He knows Dexter could have repositioned, and Dexter swings into him. Roman with some big impact when his team need him to step up. He finally comes through.
Must have sweaty palms after that one. Very, very tense stuff, but all crucial rounds for sAw. Bomb plant will be a small bonus for MOUZ in terms of the money, but that was such a nervous one. I love that he waited for the smoke as well. Makes things very nervous for Dexter. Has to kind of push forward eventually. Otherwise, he's exposed to too many angles. Let's see what the condition looks like for sAw. It's absolutely fine in terms of their buy. 6 rounds still possible on the CT side of xertioN. So let's see if they've got any more in them. The Molly and double HEs in case of the fast play from MOUZ. xertioN will wait further back though, dodge all the utility. There'll be more from sAw, showing some big presence in mid before moving back towards donut.
JDC was the man that made the mistake in the clutch on that previous round. Peeking before the smoke. MOUZ have just got to make sure they rein that in slightly. Giving away a few too many one-on-ones there in that clutch scenario. Roman was so composed in that clutch. See if sAw can keep that composure into this round. Utility into mid. sAw this time playing behind it. That is a warning shot and a half towards MUTiRiS. It's a thing at this level, they've got the angles. They know exactly where to pre-aim, where to pre-fire. A flash into red room means that MUTiRiS is forced all the way back, and this just feels uncomfortable for sAw. They haven't got much map control. They haven't got much info right now. Just feels like you're the ones having to react, having to respond. Just hit to pieces here. Story cut off on the rotate. xertioN wants more. He will finally be dealt with. 25 seconds, but it looks like that bomb's going to go back to A.
3 on 3. 17 seconds, a mere 17 seconds remaining. Roman doesn't have an angle to stop the bomb plant, but MUTiRiS certainly does. You can see JDC trying to body block. MUTiRiS not committing to it. They're going to have to do it post-plant, and they've all got those defuse kits. They just need to get the frags. The trades are here, down to the 1v1 then. MUTiRiS and torzsi. torzsi posting up, trying to make the angle as tight as possible, but we know MUTiRiS is pretty good for a frag. I think he may have just seen him there as torzsi repositions, and he's compromised his own angle. Didn't know where MUTiRiS was coming from, but if he can stay alive, then that might be enough. Forcing MUTiRiS to go deep for it, only to flick once he's in the donut, thread the needle and all that. 10 rounds for MOUZ Sports.
A little awkward on those angles there for torzsi, but he does enough. Finally wide swinging for a proper fight at the end. And into the last round of the half. sAw do not have an ideal bite. Just getting slightly outclassed across the board here. You can see it's not like anyone's having a massive carry performance from MOUZ. They're just all doing a solid job. Mid has not been something that sAw have been able to hold on to. And in this round, they're playing behind the smokes. This time, MOUZ got that bomb over towards A main. Just got to make sure you don't walk into a stray bullet from Roman. Are now starting to creep up through A main. Wonder if there's a commitment here. The bomb's going first. We've still got a couple of lurkers, though. So I think it is just this boost for now. and you're pretty far up towards that A site. So maybe you can start to activate. Maybe those lurkers could come into play if you started to take fights. Smoke deployed by JDC. MUTiRiS will now be aware of that angle. Incendiary deployed to slow things down briefly, and that allows them to isolate JDC, and he was still throwing nades.
MUTiRiS had enough space to play off of his teammate if he needed to there as well, so this is getting a little awkward for MOUZ. You can see Frozen rotating through T-spawn back towards that B bomb site, but torzsi staying in situ. May go deeper and deeper with the AWP to try and get an entry. He's volleyed MUTiRiS, his MP9 off his position. With that, he falls away, but there are still 5 plays up for sAw, so there's no crazy rotations happening.
Ooh.
Smoke's coming in on his B bomb site, however, 17 seconds. They've got to find the kills. XertioN gets dropped. 2 players on the ramp, and there are so many CTs here. Surely this is round number 5 for sAw. Indeed, it will be. Simply not enough time for torzsi. Well then, a better situation for sAw at halftime than what we saw previously. Will 5 rounds be enough though? Find out after this break.
Fighting evil, man, they hearts black. They wanted my life, told them back. Got an itch for sin, can't scratch that. Keep the truth loaded in the black gap. Just know if I said it, I'm in it, and they gon' take it back. Learn the game brighter than my granddaddy's Cadillac. Young man, old song, imagine that. Ain't in my control, gotta pray, let them handle that. God hit my line, get me to play. Roger that, game time. Alright, you hate like a running back. If you ain't catch everything I said, better run it back. Eating up this beat, break bread, where your sandwich at, y'all. Thought I was done? No, this beat ain't like Kobe, I'm too full. My God, sick old mode, he too cold. I'm skating on beats, frozen with the flow.
Wow, yeah, back at it again. Wow, I'm back in the gym. Yeah, that feel like a switch. Yeah, they know I don't miss. Whoa, brought my team with me. Yeah, they know we gon' eat. Whoa, who that with that heat? Oh, that's that RMG.
Back with the team, right back. Crossover lean, Step back for the 3, Get him out the V, Feel like big, 23, MVP of the league. Ball like Jordan, Magic, Bird, 92, this ain't no dream. Got him hooked like a ring, whoa, wait. My whole team, oh, wait. We don't need no play. Shoot like Z, whoa. Big old teams with the team, head of steam for, ayy. Call for ball, hit the shot, big old rings on the way. Limousine, magazine, cover, moving state to state. In the gym, 24, wanna try, let's set a date. Cause I got a ball forever. Call up the team, we gon' ball together. Ayy, run at the scope from summer to summer, yeah, we wantin' all the pressure.
Wow, yeah, back at it again. Wow, I'm back in the gym. Yeah, that feel like a switch. Yeah, they know I don't miss.
Not looking great for sAw. They've got a lot of work to do to have any chance in this series. I think you can see they've got their game faces on. It's a case of brave faces, everyone, as they are going into an uphill battle in this second half. MOUZ currently 10-5 up, already 1 map in their favor. can see much calmer on the MOUZ side. Little chat between the coach before we get back into the action. It is MOUZ now onto the CT side. Double dualies, as always. For sAw, they've got some decent utility at their disposal, and every single player towards A main right at the start of the round. It's an A exec, and that smoke's going to land before MOUZ can respond here. It's not going to be easy to spam that smoke and deny the plant with these pistols.
We've got gaps for JDC, but they'll hear him shooting. So, well, actually, it results in nothing. But there's a lot of CTs around this A bomb site. Frozen with the first one. Frozen in a pistol round again, showing his presence. Seems to be a dab hand. Look at these CTs closing in. Roman really trying to be a problem, but they are simply delaying what might be the inevitable as all these headshots come through for MOUZ Sports to take their... I think this is both pistols, isn't it, for them?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Got off to that good start. 3-0 lead in the first half. And that was just so quick. I didn't even have a chance to really comprehend what was happening. Just all the kills seemed to happen at the same time from this point. Like, look at... Oh, man, it's just brutal. They just start swinging. They're all chilling. sAw are at least doing pretty well at getting the bomb down, keeping themselves in with a chance on these 4 spies. But that is a small silver lining, especially when you don't even get a kill like that in the pistol. Pretty easy for MOUZ to get those rifles in play here. And again, it's back to the A site. Straight in with it. It's easier to spam the smoke this time. Yeah, you've got the rifles. You can deny that bomb plant if you've got the lineup. And that buys a lot of extra time here. Those smokes should be fading shortly. MUTiRiS trying to fight on the front foot, but that's the bomb dropped on the site. So well worked here by MOUZ. As soon as they denied that bomb plant, you felt like they were in for a good time.
That was a quick one. 12-5 then, and the money sucks for sAw. So we might be in for another fast half, the way things are going for MOUZ. They've got 3 M4s and a Galil, which is basically good for 4 M4s. Good armor pen on that Galil. Very squishy sAw on the way to the B bomb site for the most part, where there'll be 3 MOUZ players. They've got a great read on the potential situation. xertioN coming to the support of his teammate if required. Again, very important position. So sAw will go fishing with this Desert Eagle, only the one on the 4 remaining players. But MOUZ Sports are not going to wait around. They've got some ideas of their own. So xertioN with some big spray down to the Julies as well to deliver. Spots the bomb carrier. So that's a lot of information for them. They'll know from the kill feed that xertioN is the man who remains. Doesn't remain anymore. At least he got the reload in.
I mean, that's something. Got to find positives where you can.
I wasn't even sure after that second reload if he had pressed Q too fast again.
Yeah. That's always always tough. And it's a really nice kill distribution. Wow, that word was harder to say than it should have been. But it is a nice kill distribution from MOUZ here. I think that's exactly what you want to see after a tough tournament for them. Got to remember, they didn't really have a warm-up tournament before going into Katowice. So I feel like having Pro League here is a nice chance for them just to get some ring rust out of the way, get these official wins on the board. This will be their first win of the year on the MOUZ side, assuming they can confirm it. sAw just can't get away from that A bomb site, man. There's something there that they want. Some sweet, sweet nectar on that A bomb site.
Korean fried chicken.
Oh, mate, don't get me started. I had some amazing chicken this week. I want it again. Oh, it was so good.
Frozen and JDC, while this distraction is being run, well, they're going to have big problems towards this A bomb site, especially with MUTiRiS trying to flank JDC, but Roman will do the job. Well then, this is starting to open up for sAw, especially with just as a lurker. xertioN and Dexter must be feeling a little awkward right now. wanting to hold on to this AWP. So it seems that sAw are not done with this one just yet. It is not an ideal situation for them to start the half win, but it's, that's what they have to work with, and they're working with it. They're looking to head toward their 6th round right now, and maybe they'll take some of these rifles away as well.
Yeah, they will, especially if you can land headshots like that. Just getting the first man out of there. Dexter may have avoided them for now. There's only so many spots he can be in. He's being flanked. He's not ready for Roman, so no saves this time for MOUZ. And something for sAw to get excited about, especially as the CT economy looks a little brittle. This was a nice round spread across the map from sAw, which isn't always easy to do. Roman coming in with some more impact frags. Definitely a positive sign after he had a really slow start to this series. He's now top fragging for the team. Fantastic to see. This is sAw's chance. If you want a chance on this map, you need to break the CT economy. This is your opportunity to do exactly that.
We said the same thing in multiple rounds on Vertigo, and they weren't able to make that happen. But here things are looking much better for them for the time being. It's already awkward for MOUZ in this round. It may already be a save for them, really. With xertioN on 34 HP.
Yeah?
1.5 bullets would be enough. Is it really worth doing anything else in this round? Perhaps not.
They say, see you later, alligator. Time to get out of that. Definitely makes sense. The chance of that retake very low when you don't have the kit or the utility to really work with. And you're going to have a bad buy in the next anyway. So why not save 4 guns? Makes it very doable in the next round.
Yeah, super sensible save. Have you seen that Counter-Strike 2 is kind of seemingly going to be a thing?
Yeah,
there's an update to NVIDIA GeForce. So it's a weird name for a new operation.
I keep getting baited by this news is the problem. There's been these rumors for years now. I'm like, do I get my hopes up again? Am I really doing that?
Something is on the way. Something is certainly on the way.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
But who knows what?
Something's in the water.
I just want tentacles.
Good to know.
Dexter will be down to the Desert Eagle in this round. Now, sAw have got to think, all right, there's no challenge in mid. What is happening here? There's got to be something in the water. Hopefully not just an octopus.
It's a nice incendiary. Well timed to deny that fight. You do always wish your incendiary there could do just like 10 or 15 damage so that you've got a one-shot headshot. Look at that damage. torzsi and JDC both down to critical health, but no kill for Roman. MUTiRiS wants to take advantage of that, but the smoke makes it awkward. Oh, he's heard JDC maybe, or he's certainly got a feel for it. JDC tucks into the corner. MUTiRiS. Oh, they don't spot him. They have no idea he's here. He takes them both down. The bomb is nowhere near this bomb site. There's so much control here for sAw. It might not matter. How did MOUZ get back in?
This might be a save again at this point. Be frustrating because Dex is nowhere near a primary weapon. But what can they really expect? They have smokes. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility, but they would have to be given like some kind of kill or something, and they just not really in position for it. So again, 1 round at a time for sAw. Just take it 1 round at a time. It's not about the deficit. It's not about the overall score. Just about taking each round as it comes.
Over on the mainstream, there's a Brazilian derby going on, an all-Brazilian matchup. And Furia versus Imperial isn't a matchup that's actually happened too often. So it's kind of cool to have that matchup. Definitely keep your eye on both streams. A lot of great Counter-Strike action on display for you. But I wouldn't take my eyes off this game either, because sAw just starting to mount that comeback. Just knocking on the door, starting to ask a couple of questions, like a Jehovah's Witness. And I think it is, yeah, time for the MOUZ timeout. Definitely feels like the right moment for it. Let this get a little too close here. It's still a good scoreline. It's still 13-8. I'm almost acting like the coach right now. I'm sitting here saying, look, guys, we're fine. But I don't want any more funny business, okay?
I kind of just want MOUZ to send it, just like send it through B.
Full send.
You know, like a proper take like we saw from Heroic on the first game of Ancient we had here on the B stream earlier on, where they had the mollies towards the door and so on. Just like super aggressive map control at the beginning, which, I don't know, if it nets you like +2 kills, that might be a round-winning play. And I think they can buy the next round anyway. They've got 2 incendiaries and only 2 rifles. So I feel like something like that, like a concentrated effort, would make sense. And indeed, they'll have the mollies by the side of B. There's no one on A just yet as they try to prioritize holding this mid position. And now maybe JDC can collect that rifle.
You see the intricacies of the mid fights have more often than not gone the way of MOUZ. Smoke into top mid again. Frozen. Almost with a second kill on the round there. xertioN is trying to make a play back for his team. Does he decide to go through this smoke, or is it just going to fade shortly? There's 2 players here now waiting for that scenario. Frozen. Oh, he takes that fight so well. Waits for the smoke to fade before peeking, and he even gets away from the nade. So slippery. They finally caught him.
That's the opening frag for sAw. This is still a very dangerous round. They could turn things around in their way quickly, but if Dexter starts to come to life with the Deagle again, that could change everything. It's just the Pistoleros remaining now. How many angles are there to hold in the meantime? Bomb being planted and things will start to change, but the angles... Oh boy, the timing there, not in their favor. And we said MOUZ had to do something aggressive. They made the aggressive play in that mid position, played around the smokes with the rifles, and then built on that momentum to make it to round 14.
Ouch. It's such a shame. I often feel like this. Whenever I feel like there's about to be a comeback starting, that's when the favored team just seem to come through with a round like that. Frozen again. The talisman for MOUZ delivering. He's got a chance to be one of those players who's just so well known for one team, Frozen. It's like a Crims-esque figure on Fnatic. You saw the reaction from sAw. I think they realized how brutal that round loss was. At least you still have a bye. I'm gonna try and take the positives. Frozen, 4 in hand, turns away. That allows a player to close the gap here. xertioN was looking around that smoke. He's doing damage. This is so awkward. Frozen goes into the flames, burns alive completely, and the 1-for-1 trade not good enough right now. That A site has been stormed. It's been taken.
This is a super promising round for sAw then. MOUZ in the simulator, the save simulator once again. This could have a dramatic impact on the short-term fortunes for sAw. A bomb site breach once more. This time they're not going to have a calamity. No variance this time. They can stabilize. Need to build their cash once again. But they're on the cusp of 10 rounds here. And I feel like, especially when you've had such a big lead and your opponent gets to 10, that's like a psychological barrier where maybe the urgency raises for MOUZ and they find a way to claw back some rounds, claw back a little lead again. Pull away just by 1. Then again, perhaps not. They still have the AWP they saved. And an M4, A4 to go with it. Let's not forget that aggression we saw from mid. This is a similar opportunity. They will buy around these weapons they've saved, so let's see if they can stop the charge of sAw in round 24. sAw have got to be rising with confidence after all these round wins on their T-Harp.
sAw has been slowly spinning faster and faster. The RPM increasing. They're looking to cut through MOUZ right now. Oh, torzsi wins that first fight over towards B, though. It's a big commitment into the B bomb site. Smokes look good. He's still fighting. Dexter tried to arrive on the back of the smoke. He was unsuccessful, but torzsi still going around this smoke. Oh, and it's brutal. sAw have no way in. They never got that bomb down. MOUZ just somehow finding ways to fight through and around the smokes. Justice tried to make the play, but Frozen turns back. It's 15 for MOUZ, and it's series point.
Quite a few of those as well. sAw's got the money for a buy, but he can't afford too much of this. Now, since torzsi's ascendance, questions have been asked if he can reach his prior performances, but it's nice to see battle sniper mode coming through in a fashion such as that. There will be a timeout, I believe, of some description before we continue. But maximum pressure now for sAw. They've been building in this second half, but it may all be for nothing if they get demolished by MOUZ in this round.
Looks like it is some sort of tech issue. Is being fixed on the far side of your screen, so get back into the action as soon as possible. Always it's going to happen occasionally. Ooh, the DHL workshop map. I haven't tried that out. I have to give it a go.
Oh, me too.
Well, well, well. It's tough to really know what to say for sAw in this series, because it's just that first map was so brutal. It almost feels like a shame that they weren't able to do that on their map pick, because this one is looking so much better for them. They've at least been competitive. But, I mean, you just see the MOUZ players. Frozen, I think, has been really, really good on this map. Just looking at his stats now. He's got 6 opening kills. He's never been the first man to die. That is a hell of a lot of impact. It's just sometimes in those mid to late round scenarios where you often see the class shine through.
I was waiting to finish off the job here. And again, the showing's been good for them so far. It may still be early to judge the general shape of the team, if you will, but it's certainly a promising start, as things will get exponentially harder the further they go into the bracket. But a job isn't done just yet. We'll make no assumptions. Looks like Roman's got something to figure out. I mean, he's 30 years old. Maybe the Windows always changing stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe he can't figure out the new start menu. They're all in the middle now, like a Mac.
Yeah, man, I haven't got that new Windows yet. I'm chilling. I'm happy with. I must be Windows 10. I don't know. I'm on one of them.
I'm on Windows 10. Yeah, they're like, ooh, we've got a feature update for you. I'm like, I don't want your features, man.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Change is bad, especially
Agreed.
when you play FPS games on PC.
I mean, that's the Counter-Strike player philosophy on everything. Change is bad. I don't want anything to change, man.
I will say I did change my mouse pad though.
Okay, you got to do that sometimes.
Yeah, I went to a shop in Stockholm and I bought 220 euros of mouse pads, and I went to pick it up from their warehouse because I didn't have the time to wait for them to post to a hotel.
Right.
And they kindly gave me 2 other mouse pads of brands I wasn't familiar with, and one of those ones is just my Perma mouse pad. It's amazing.
Jeez,
So
okay.
props to those guys. They know who they are. Awesome people. You're like, oh, we think you should try this and this.
That's awesome.
One was the speed type, one was a control type. I think it's the control type that I'm using, and it's like, it's great. Again, gave
What
one
do you
of the
look
other.
for in a mouse pad? What sort of, I don't know, what sort of texture are you wanting?
You know, part of it is the underside. I want one.
Ah.
I want one that doesn't move around on the table.
Okay, yeah, I get you.
And this one has not moved an inch since I laid it. Like, I remember there were some players years ago who'd have to tape their mouse pads down to the table at LANs so they wouldn't move around. And that was the kind of mouse pad that I had previously. And this one, like that is important. But the top side as well, I think control is better for me, but also they've solved my derpy issues that I had where I kept, for some reason, like shaking my mouse when I was in a duel. I wouldn't do it in deathmatch, but in a duel I would. I don't know. But the control pad solved that. So one of the mouse pads I bought for myself, I gave to Maui Snake now. It's just like his travel pad.
Oh, nice. That's always nice.
Yeah.
Get some use out of it still. Yeah, I remember setting up one time when we had a bunch of gaming PCs for the Talon. And I think I put my mouse pad like under a second monitor. So the monitor stand was like slightly on the mouse pad. And the way people looked at me was like I'm just an absolute, like a crazy person. Because I don't play on that low sense. So that's fine for me. These people looked at me like I was a serial killer or something. I'm like, this is fine.
You've
I
got
never
the vibe.
bump into it, I promise.
Back into the action.
Here we go.
Multiple series points then for MOUZ as they try to string one more together. We can see there are issues here for sAw. Just has only the Tech 9. That could break a stalemate though. So, very dangerous weapon.
Bit of early nade damage from MOUZ, mainly done towards MUTiRiS at mid. Full blind. That molly into flash combo is so nice. He got trapped in front of the flames. Completely annihilated. But Dexter lines 2 up in reply. As soon as sAw get the advantage, it gets snatched back away from them. And now they've got to go back to the grindstone. Got to go back to working, back into this round.
Frozen, playing off of his teammate there, and he will get that last kill as well. MOUZ Sports with a strong 2-0 over sAw, taking their pick and then finishing off the job on Ancient. Pretty good performance from them.
Yeah, pretty good showing all in all. Can't complain. I think that's what they would have expected in this series, but you can't let those expectations get ahead of you. You've got to deliver. Clearly, they took this matchup seriously. They came into this sharp, and they got the result they wanted.